Hello dear students, let us discuss activity 26 of our bridge course. Today let us see the competency or the learning outcome statement number 11. The learning outcome statement says write correctly. It means that we have to write avoiding mistakes in spellings, grammar, etc. Dear children, there are some instructions for you when you are going to solve this activity. What are these instructions? Read the activity carefully. Try to guess the meaning in given context. This is very important because we should be able to understand the meaning of the word. We should be able to understand which is the correct spelling that we are going to choose and choose the correct alternative and write. Now see, here one learning activity is given. What does this learning activity say? Satish is learning in 10th standard. He has to attend the online meetings. One day he couldn't attend the meeting due to network issues. He called his friend Akbar to know about the meeting and wrote some points. These are the following notes from the phone call. You can see there are 10 notes or 10 points which are noted down after or while listening to the phone call. इथे 10 मुद्दे दिलेले आहेत आणि इथे what is expected? You can see the first particular sentence. You know the meaning was interesting. Okay. In bracket you will find two words. One is N-O, no, and the other is K-N-O-W, no. Now here which one will be the correct? That we have to think over and write the correct answer. If you go through all the 10 sentences, you will find such type of words which have same pronunciation, but the spelling is different and obviously the meaning of these two words or three words which are given in the bracket have different meaning. So it becomes our responsibility to choose the correct word. इथे कंसामध्ये दिलेले जे दोन शब्द आहेत, या दोन शब्दांच्या पैकी जो योग्य शब्द आहे तो आपल्याला काय करायचा आहे, त्या ठिकाणी फाइंड आउट करायचा आहे आणि वाक्य रीराइट करायचं आहे. नाउ विच वर्ड विल बी करेक्ट इन अकॉर्ड विथ द पर्टिक्युलर कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ द मीनिंग, दॅट इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. त्या वाक्याच्या संदर्भामध्ये या दोन शब्दांच्या पैकी कोणता जास्त योग्य शब्द आहे तो आपल्याला निवडून लिहायचा आहे. अशा पद्धतीनं ही ॲक्टिव्हिटी जी आहे ही तुम्हाला कंप्लीट करायची आहे. सो सच टाइप ऑफ वर्ड्स आर सेड टू बी होमोफोन्स. होमोफोन्स कशाला म्हणतो आपण? असे शब्द की ज्याचा उच्चार एकसारखा आहे पण त्या शब्दाचं स्पेलिंग वेगळं आहे. स्पेलिंग वेगळं आहे, त्याचबरोबर त्या दोन शब्दांचे अर्थही वेगळे किंवा भिन्न आहेत. बट द प्रनाउन्सिएशन ऑफ दॅट वर्ड इज सेम. सो द वर्ड्स that have same pronunciation but different spelling and different meaning, such type of words are said to be homophones. So here we should know what homophones are there and which word is proper in which context. हे आपल्याला या ठिकाणी समजणं अतिशय महत्त्वाचं आहे. Now see here, one solved activity is given to us. You know the meeting was interesting. We learn about sea life. We are asked to write a note on it. These two sentences are related with these sentences. Here the particular proper word is being selected and the sentence is been rewritten over here. सो इथे या वाक्यांच्या मध्ये तुम्हाला योग्य शब्द त्या ठिकाणी लिहून ते वाक्य पुन्हा लिहिलेलं इथे पाहायला मिळेल. अशाच पद्धतीनं उर्वरित 8 वाक्य तुम्हाला करायची आहेत. One more practice activity, use the following words carefully in given sentence. You can see in the bold type here 2 words are given, one and one. You have to use the proper word in the sentences which are given below the word. In this way, you have to find out which word is more appropriate in the given blank. आणि अशा पद्धतीने ही ॲक्टिव्हिटी तुम्हाला कंप्लीट करायची आहे. वन मोर एक्सटेन्शन ॲक्टिव्हिटी इज देअर ऑफ मॅच द फॉलोइंग वर्ड्स प्रॉपरली. इथे सुद्धा आपल्याला होमोफोन्सचं काय करायचं आहे, मॅचिंग द पेअर, सिलेक्टिंग द प्रॉपर वर्ड, ही ॲक्टिव्हिटी कंप्लीट करायची आहे. वन मोर इव्हॅल्युएशन ॲक्टिव्हिटी इज गिवन टू अस. In this evaluation activity also we have to select the proper word from the bracket to complete the sentence meaningfully. So what I have learned today? After this activity I have learned that the particular homophones, the meaning of homophones you have understood, and not only that but you have understood how to write carefully. It means that how to select the word carefully. So in this way, in this activity you have learned homophones and selection of proper words in the contextual meaning. Thank you dear students. Hello dear students. Now let us discuss activity 27. There are some instructions for you dear students. Read the activity carefully. Try to guess the meaning in given context. Choose the correct alternative and write. The learning outcome statement of this particular activity is also write correctly, avoiding mistakes in spelling, grammar and the rest of the writing skills. So dear students, with the same learning outcome statement we are going to discuss this activity. You can see one learning activity is given over here. Get the things back on the track. It means that the mistakes that are being taken place or the mistakes that are happened while writing, we have to correct them. लिहत असताना जर काही चुका झाल्या असतील तर त्या आपल्याला दुरुस्त करायच्या आहेत. Here you can see a small paragraph and there are some words which are underlined. The chalk is across the table. We are sitting on the classroom. You have to go through all this particular text and you will find that in some places the underlined words are not proper. There is mistake in that particular writing. What you have to do is that you have to correct the wrong words. You can take help of the clues which are given below this particular text. आणि या खाली दिलेल्या कंसातल्या शब्दांचा वापर करून तुम्ही काय करायचं आहे, इथे हा जो छोटा पॅरेग्राफ दिलेला आहे याच्यामध्ये अधोरेखित केलेले काही शब्द जे आहेत, सर्वच शब्द चुकीचे आहेत असं नाही, पण काही ठिकाणी ते शब्द चुकीच्या पद्धतीने लिहिले गेलेले आहेत. तर ते शब्द आपल्याला तिथे काय करायचे आहेत, दुरुस्त करून लिहायचे आहेत, करेक्ट करून लिहायचे आहेत. यू कॅन सी हियर one is being done to y'all. The chalk is on the table. What is there written in this particular paragraph? The chalk is across the table. आणि इथे काय लिहिलेलं आहे, the chalk is on the table. This on word shows us the particular place or the particular state of that noun. So it is a preposition. And that's why we should be able to understand what are the proper prepositions and in what way we have to place them. We are sitting in the classroom. Here the sentence is we are sitting on the classroom. So we are not sitting on the classroom, but we are sitting in the classroom. In this way, you have to complete the particular text which is given, and you have to change or you have to correct the underlined word if essential. जर आवश्यक असेल तर त्या ठिकाणी अधोरेखित केलेला शब्द तुम्ही दुरुस्त करून लिहायचा आहे आणि तो पॅरेग्राफ परत दुरुस्त करून या ठिकाणी लिहिणं अपेक्षित आहे. One more practice activity is given here. You can see they went dash Mumbai for, to and from. हे 3 शब्द कंसामध्ये दिलेले आहेत. याच्यापैकी जो योग्य शब्द आहे तो आपल्याला या ठिकाणी फिल इन करून ते वाक्य अर्थपूर्ण करायचं आहे. इथे बघा आणखीन एक एक्सटेन्शन ॲक्टिव्हिटी दिलेली आहे. स्ट्राईक ऑफ द इनॲप्रोप्रिएट वर्ड्स फ्रॉम द गिवन सेंटेन्स. आता इथे आपल्याला काय करायचं आहे, यू हॅव टू स्ट्राईक ऑफ द इनॲप्रोप्रिएट वर्ड्स. इनॲप्रोप्रिएट जे शब्द इथे उपयोगाचे नाहीत, जे शब्द इथे पूरक नाहीत, ते शब्द आपण काय करायचे आहेत, स्ट्राईक ऑफ करायचे आहेत, त्याच्यावरती रेष मारायची आहे. वी केम टू स्कूल बाय, फ्रॉम, ऑन. या 3 शब्दापैकी बाय बरोबर आहे, फ्रॉम बरोबर आहे की ऑन बरोबर आहे, तो ठेवायचा आहे आणि उर्वरित शब्दांच्यावरती आपल्याला रेष मारायची आहे. ते शब्द खोडायचे आहेत आणि त्या ठिकाणी ही ॲक्टिव्हिटी कंप्लीट करायची आहे किंवा ती वाक्य सोडवायची. One evaluation question is given to us. Write the following sentence using the words given in the bracket. इथे कंसामध्ये काही शब्द दिलेले आहेत. On, between, among, of, over. या शब्दांचा किंवा या शब्दांच्यापैकी जो योग्य शब्द इथे 5 वाक्यांच्यामध्ये आपल्याला भरायचे आहेत. राम इज डॅश मनोज अँड फिरोज. राम इज ऑन येणार, बिटवीन येणार, ॲमॉंग येणार, ऑफ येणार की ओव्हर येणार. या ठिकाणी जो योग्य शब्द आहे तो आपल्याला प्रत्येक गॅपमध्ये फिल इन करायचा आहे आणि त्या ठिकाणी ही ॲक्टिव्हिटी आपल्याला कंप्लीट करायची आहे. सो हिअर व्हॉट हॅव वी लर्न टुडे? दिस इज द टेक अवे पॉईंट दॅट इट इज what you have understood from this particular activity. So what have you understood? You have understood here you know what is preposition, the meaning of preposition. I have told you all it is a word or phrase that is used before a noun or pronoun to show place, time, direction, etc. So it is helpful for us to understand the particular place of the noun, and for that purpose we use preposition. And what else have you learnt? I have learnt to be very careful while writing. लिहत असताना अतिशय काळजीपूर्वक मला लिहिलं पाहिजे, मी लेखन केलं पाहिजे, हे या ॲक्टिव्हिटीमधून आज तुम्ही शिकलेले आहात. सो थँक यू. Hello dear students. Today let us discuss activity number 28. The learning outcome statement of this activity is write a formal letter in the expected format. So here what is expected? We have to understand the write-up and the format of formal language. Formal letter. In the formal letter, the language that we use, it should be formal as well. So what is the learning outcome? To write SMS notes list neatly and legibly. Understanding instruction, topic, layout of letter, difference between informal and formal letter, brevity of language. Here we should be able to inculcate or understand all these particular points while understanding this activity. Here you can find or you can see the format of formal letter. On the top, you see the sender's name and address and date. इथे आपल्याला पत्र पाठवणाऱ्याचं नाव, पत्ता लिहायचा आहे आणि तारीख मेन्शन करायची आहे. त्यानंतर ज्याला आपण पत्र पाठवणार आहोत त्याला त्या ठिकाणी उद्देशून इथे रिसिवर्स ॲड्रेस, डेझिग्नेशन अँड नेम ऑफ द कंपनी अँड ॲड्रेस. जर आपण इथे सेंडर्स नेम अँड ॲड्रेस इफ वी राईट प्रॉपरली, we are going to get half mark over here. Here also, if we write the second point, that is receiver's address, designation, then we are going to get half marks. Then the third point is subject. ज्या कारणासाठी आपण पत्र लिहिणार आहोत ते कारण, तो टॉपिक त्या ठिकाणी आपल्याला मेन्शन करायचा आहे आणि that you can write very easily by reading the question. So here if you write it in a proper way, you are going to get half mark. Then salutation. If you write the salutation properly and then the body of the letter, here you will get 2 marks. Now the body of the letter, this particular body of the letter, it is purely related to the topic. Here the language that we use is completely formal language. There is no informality while writing the particular letter, because this is a formal letter and we write formal letter for business purpose, as a complaint letter, as a letter of appreciation, to place an order. So these particular topics where we write only for official purpose, such type of letters are said to be formal letters. And for that purpose, if you write this particular body of the letter properly, you all are going to get 2 marks. And then the last is leave taking or closing of the letter. You should write thanking you, yours sincerely, name and signature. Here you will get half mark. And overall, if you write the particular sentences properly, without mistake, without making any grammatical mistake, spelling mistake, then 1 mark will be considered. तर अशा पद्धतीनं आपल्याला हे पत्रलेखन करायचं आहे. You will find that whole of the letter, if you go through the format, you all will very well understand that we have to write at the left side, that is left alignment we have to do while writing letter. We should not make paragraph. Wherever we want to make a paragraph, there we have to leave 1 line. So all these things we have to keep in mind while writing letter. And here there are some questions for practice. You have to read the proper question and complete the activities which are been given in this particular letter writing or in this particular activity of letter writing. So here there are practice activities, there are evaluation activities. Here the marking scheme you all will find. And what have you learnt from this particular activity? You have learnt to write formal letter in the expected format. This is the very important thing that you have to keep in mind while writing formal letter. Formal letter लिहत असताना त्याच्यामध्ये वापरली जाणारी लँग्वेज जी आहे ती सुद्धा फॉर्मलच असली पाहिजे. त्याच्यामध्ये कुठलाही पर्सनल इश्यूज डोकावणार नाहीत याची काळजी पत्र लिहिताना तुम्हाला घ्यावी लागेल. थँक्यू. Hello students. Now let us discuss activity 29. The learning outcome statement is statement number 13. To converse effectively in different social contents and real life situation. The learning outcome statement itself tells us that we should be able to converse effectively in different social contents and real life situation. So here conversing in English or making us ready to converse in English is very important thing that we have to understand. The learning outcomes of this activities are to converse effectively in different social contents and real life situation. The things that happen in our day-to-day life, we should be able to relate, we should be able to talk about those things in effective English or in an effective manner. To improve fluency through regular practice and speaking skills drill. While speaking English, there should be fluency in that particular language. The words, the sentences, the pronunciation, everything should be in a very proper way so that the listener will be able to understand what we are going to convey, what we want to say, what we want to make understand the listener. So this fluency is very important. And and the third one is ask and answer different questions and be able to discuss and express their opinion. Not only this, but we should be able to ask and also answer different questions and be able to discuss and express their opinions. So when questions are asked, we should be able to give our opinion also. While answering also, we should be able to give our opinion. So here this fluency is going to make us a good speaker. The way that we are going to present ourselves, that should be in effective manner. One instruction is given here for the students. Students, you should be able to communicate and converse fluently and will acquire strategies such as listening, comprehension, turn taking and eye contact explained by the teacher. It means that while you speak to others, you should be able to look towards that particular person and speak. Then and then only it is going to become an effective conversation. Okay. So now here one conversation is given. You go through this conversation, you read this conversation carefully, and one extension activity is given to us. Write a conversation of minimum 5 meaningful exchanges among 3 to 4 students on importance of listening stories on their own. So here you should be able to write the conversation with minimum 5 meaningful exchanges. Now there are some questions over here. What do you understand by conversation skill? Now there are 5 questions given over here. You should be able to read the questions, understand the question and answer to these questions. The conversation skill, this conversation and dialogue, we convey our feelings and thoughts to others through conversation. So this conversation, ज्याला आपण मराठीमध्ये संभाषण असं म्हणतो, हे संभाषण खूप इफेक्टिव्ह असायला पाहिजे. What is this conversation? This conversation is interaction and moreover it is in informal way. अनौपचारिक पद्धतीनं त्या ठिकाणी काय केलं जातं, हे संभाषण साधण्याचा प्रयत्न आपण करत असतो. So the other part that we are going to solve in our question paper is dialogue. When we write it, it is scripted, but conversation is spontaneous many times and it is or the feelings are expressed in an informal way. So dear students, understand this particular activity, understand in what way we have to present ourselves and think how effectively we are going to converse or speak with our friends, parents or on the topic that is given to us. Thank you. Hello students. Now let us discuss activity number 30. The learning outcome statement of this activity is also converse effectively with others on real life situation as well as on the topic that is provided to you. What is the learning outcomes? To enable the students to communicate and talk, to resolve issue with people in a better way. You should be able to converse, you should be able to give your thoughts, tell your thoughts to other people very effectively. To enable the students to engage with each other and think collaboratively, not only with other people but among your friends, among the friends also you should be able to speak in this language. To develop a solid understanding of basic structures like noun, verbs, adjective through speaking skills. And while speaking, we should be able to understand these basic structures like nouns, verbs, adjective through your speaking. That means the particular basic constructions of sentences, then the parts of speech, you should be very well acquainted with this when you speak in English. Here one learning activity is given on planning a career. This is a conversation between father and a son. Go through this particular conversation, read this particular conversation carefully, and so that you all will understand in what way the particular language is being used, the sentences are being used. Not only that, but various parts of speech, the grammar aspects, everything, the punctuation marks, so that go through this particular conversation very keenly. Then afterwards you have to write answers to these questions. So for that purpose you have to read the conversation very carefully and then you have to answer these questions which are asked. One more extension activity you have to go through. Put the following sentences in proper order and then continue a dialogue of 4 meaningful exchanges to continue the same theme. Here 4 sentences are given. You have to put them in proper order and you have to continue the dialogue with the same theme. जी जी आयडिया या वाक्यांच्या मध्ये आहे त्याच्याच पुढे आपल्याला 4 मीनिंगफुल एक्सचेंजेस काय करायचे आहेत, कंटिन्यू करून तो डायलॉग कंप्लीट करायचा आहे. सो व्हॉट आय हॅव लर्न्ड, तुम्ही याच्यातनं काय शिकलात? टू आस्क अँड आन्सर ॲप्रोप्रिएट, लॉजिकल अँड टॅक्टफुल क्वेश्चन्स बाय थिंकिंग कोलॅबरेटिव्हली. तुम्ही टॅक्टफुल प्रश्न विचारायला शिकलात, लॉजिकली विचार करायला शिकलात, तर आपल्याला या ॲक्टिव्हिटीजमधून हे अध्ययन निष्पत्ती मिळवायची आहे किंवा हे ध्येय साध्य करायचं आहे. टू पार्टिसिपेट मोर कॉन्फिडेंटली इन फॉर्मल अँड इनफॉर्मल डिस्कशन, हे खूप महत्त्वाचं आहे. आपल्याला त्या ठिकाणी काय करता आलं पाहिजे? इन फॉर्मल अँड इनफॉर्मल डिस्कशन वी शुड बी एबल टू पार्टिसिपेट अँड put our thoughts confidently and to use correct pronunciation and intonation skills. आणि हे एका शब्दांचे प्रनाउन्सिएशन्स जे आहेत आणि इंटोनेशन हे सुद्धा आपल्याला व्यवस्थित उच्चार करता आला पाहिजे, तरच आपलं बोलणं जे आहे ते इफेक्टिव्ह होणार आहे. हिअर फ्यू क्वेश्चन्स आर गिवन. यू हॅव टू थिंक ओवर अँड राईट आन्सर्स टू दिस questions. So dear children, here through these activities you are going to make your language more effective. Thank you.